Okay, so welcome to another Route for Me session. Thank you for joining. I see Stephen, John, Carlos, and Stacy joining in. Excellent. So let's go ahead and get started while other people join in. The focus of today's session will be on improving your business, how Route for Me can improve your business operations and become more profitable. It's not enough just to increase sales. Also, business owners and investors usually want to see that your business is making a healthy profit and that is, it has a business operation system that can be scalable. That being said, we're going to go into our Route for Me account. We're going to log in. Now, as you can see, I already have a few routes planned, and the main focus on this session is how we can minimize your cost and revealing new business opportunities and making sure that your routes are being efficient and that you're being profitable. So the first section I want to bring your attention to is how we can save you money. Well, we're going to open one of our routes, and the saving money starts right from the moment that you optimize the route. You probably have routes that you run a certain way originally. You can upload those routes the way you have them, and then have the system re-optimize those routes. So you can have two versions of one route, your original one and the one the Route for Me will optimize. At that moment, you will start seeing differences between the routes. For example, you can take a reference to the summary table at the bottom of the route, and you can see the progress of a route. 100% for will display once all the stops are being completed. You can see the number of stops on each route. The fuel cost can be set up under your analytics section under cost. Let me show you that real quick. You can set that up appropriately to your specific situation or cost in the areas. We're going to go back to that route. We're going to continue evaluating that summary table. You can see the revenue cost. Revenue, it's something that you can add to each stop. For example, if you're uploading a file when planning a route, simply add a revenue column to your file, just like that, and add the revenue that you're expecting from each stop. Once you do that, the system will recognize that column and will populate this specific field right here in the summary table. The estimated distance, you can compare it towards the actual travel distance that the driver will complete. The total time for the route, the estimated travel time, and the total service time. The service time is how much time your driver is actually spending on each stop. Then the actual travel time will be a comparison to the estimations, and then the cost per mile and profits will be calculated based on the information that you input into the system. All right, so how would you compare those routes? Now, when you go into the routes list, simply select the routes that you would like to compare, go to your file, and choose Compare Selected Routes. From here, you'll be able to visualize exactly what areas of opportunity you're revealing once you optimize a route. In the revenue section, you can compare and see what was your original route doing versus what the new route will be doing. Now, if we focus on the areas of opportunity we can reveal from here, you can actually determine whether we're spending too much time on a small route and perhaps that driver can complete or take onto more work or more stops simply because now it's being more efficient. Right at that moment, you're discovering new opportunities for you to be more profitable. There's another section in the system called the address book map. Address book map will allow you to reveal more areas of opportunity when you create territories which you currently service. These territories you can create and we'll show you how to use those in a different session. But as you can see on this map, I have different territories that I cover, and you can see how I have empty areas that are not currently under service, which are my new areas of opportunity. Okay? Then going back to the analytics and the type of information that a manager or a business owners would like to see, we can go into the dashboard. Dashboard will help us determine how many routes have we planned for the day, how many miles we have covered, how many addresses have been visited, and how many total stops we put on today's workload. Each report will show a different parameter for you to analyze, and you can also change the periods based on what's going on. Today we haven't done any routes, so that's why it's empty. You can export this report into a CSV file so that you can open it on an Excel or numbers a spreadsheet. That is basically how you can keep track of your reports as well and manage your costs for each route. At this point, this is how Route4Me can help you determine whether you're being profitable or discovering new areas of opportunity. I would like to now open up to questions and go into a Q&A session. Does anyone have a question? If you do, please feel free to jump in.
Hi, yes, I have a question. Now, I know you covered this a little bit, but I kind of want to see it again. And my question is, how do I actually know I'm saving money?
Well, that will depend on how would you like to compare it. Basically, what I would recommend that you would do is to simply grab your original route, say a sample file like this, maybe this is your original sequence, okay? And then you will populate that into Route4Me. Once you do that, instead of letting the system optimize the route, you can disable the optimization and create an additional route. At that point, you can do it one more time. It takes less than 30 seconds to plan a route. So you can put side by side your original route versus the Route4Me route, what Route4Me will optimize. Simply by selecting the two routes that you have, again, going into the comparison for the selected routes. And from here, you can see what your original route was doing versus what Route4Me will optimize and make you more money.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that definitely answered my question. Now, to follow up, yeah, to follow up on that, I was curious that now that I'm here, how do I, how easy is it for me to make changes?
Okay, well, very simple. You want to make changes to the new route, the one that is already being profitable, or your original route?
I want to make changes to my original route to help with my profitable route.
Okay. So what I will do is I will take you into the routes map section, which is this section that you see right now. And I'm going to select the two routes. And at this point, you can see your original route and your optimized route. And then you can start making changes from here. You can drag and drop into the sequence. Okay, and make arrangements based on your priorities and needs. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that looks like it's pretty easy to make changes. Definitely. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Not a problem. Any other questions? Okay. Alrighty. Well, if we don't have any more questions, this has been another Route4Me session, and the focus of today was how to make your business more profitable and efficient. Thank you.